Etsy shop by yourself is overwhelming. I used to spend hours stuck on product titles, descriptions, or even responding to messages. But now, ChatGPT has become my Etsy business assistant. And I know there's still a big debate about using artificial intelligence, especially if you're using it to help you make money online. And to be honest, I was a skeptic too about using AI. For me, it felt like I was not being authentic, that it was not really me who created the products I sold or that I sell, and therefore I should stop using it to help me build and run my Etsy business. But then I realized that there are a lot of successful businesses out there that are successful because they've got help. They've got help from a business consultant, a marketer, a brand strategist, and many more. And so I thought, what is the difference of doing the same thing, but the only thing is that I'm getting my help using artificial intelligence. And so with that, in this video, I'm going to share with you 5 ways that I use ChatGPT to run my Etsy shop. The first way that I use ChatGPT to help me run my Etsy shop is by product creation and planning. Under this, I use it in 3 different ways. The first one, I use it to brainstorm ideas about what goes into my new pack. So before using ChatGPT, what I would do, or what I used to do after looking up the trending keyword, I would go to Google, look up that keyword, and then after getting an idea or learning what that keyword was, I would go to Etsy, use that keyword again just to check out what other sellers are putting in the pack. Since using ChatGPT, I can do all of those in one place, well, except the looking up the trending keyword. For example, the keyword is Grand Millennial Christmas. Before, I didn't know what Grand Millennial meant. So what I did was I went to ChatGPT, asked what Grand Millennial aesthetic meant, and it gave me a whole description. After that, I followed up with, can you help me brainstorm ideas, or can you help me come up with a list of things that I can put into a new clip art pack where the theme is Grand Millennial Christmas. And then it would start listing me things that I can put in the pack. Actually, I've been very specific, or I started being specific with how many images that I want to put in a pack so that I'm not wasting a lot of time coming up or generating images and editing them, all that stuff. And that's how I use it to brainstorm ideas about what goes in the pack. Still under product creation and planning, the second way that I use ChatGPT, I ask it to help me name my clip art packs. Now, you can choose not to do this and just have a thumbnail with things on it and list it. I love naming my packs. I feel like it makes it feel complete with a name. And before using ChatGPT, I was able to come up with names that are witty and clever, but eventually I started running out of ideas, so I started asking ChatGPT to help me name my clip art packs. The way I do it now is I started being specific as well, because before ChatGPT would give me like a very, very long name and it would not fit in the thumbnail, and I would have to write it, or I would have to decrease the font so that the customers can read the whole name of the pack. But now I'm very specific. I just want it short and max of 2 words and less than 15 characters including spaces. It has really made the process a little bit easier. And the third way that I use ChatGPT, still under product creation and planning, is I ask it to help me create my next product based on the upcoming season. In case you're wondering if I still use my third-party market research tool, which is Insight Factory, to come up with my next product, yes, I do, because I reap the benefits of using the tool. However, I noticed that the tool is very useful when it comes to creating products that are currently trending right now. Whereas ChatGPT, I think it is best, or it is better to use when you want to create the next seasonal products, because it helps with brainstorming ideas faster and can possibly spot trends early, which means I get to post before everyone else and get more traffic and sales. Alright, so this is gonna be a random tutorial in the video, but here we are. So basically, this is what I type when I want it to help me brainstorm my next product based on the upcoming season, basically. So I would say, please help me brainstorm ideas for my next digital clip art. This time we're gonna use clip art pack based on the upcoming season. And then I would also add on saying, please also note any possible, if I know how to type, trendy trendy designs or aesthetics that might become popular next, because again, the goal here is to be ahead of everyone else. And yeah, this is how I do it. And I will just hit enter, and then ChatGPT will give me what I wanted. So here's the back to school essentials, autumn cozy elements, pumpkin spice life, spooky because it's gonna be Halloween soon, whimsical forest cottage core, fall boho vibes. So like these are themes and vibes and trends possibly. So yeah, that's how I do it. The second way that I use ChatGPT to help me run my Etsy shop is by helping me with optimizing my titles, descriptions, and tags. So search engine optimization. Now the word search engine optimization is not very foreign to me, and I kind of know how it works and have a gist of how to do it. However, when you're running a business alone, especially when you're just starting out, you have to do everything yourself, and it takes you more time to do each task that you have to do because again, you're doing everything. But since I started using ChatGPT about helping me how to optimize my titles, my descriptions, and tags, this has given me a significantly more hours that I can use to spend on doing other things, such as editing a new pack. As even though my images are being generated by Midjourney, they're not always perfect. Even though I use Pixel Cut to upscale and remove background from my images, they're not always perfect. So I would always end up polishing it, and editing takes a lot of time. And that's why I'm so glad that I have ChatGPT to do or to optimize my titles and descriptions and tags for me. The third way that I use ChatGPT to help me run my Etsy shop is by organizing my shop and creating and implementing strategies. So personally, I love when a shop is organized by having an accurate categorization of the products. And while I think I'm good at organizing my Etsy shop is a little bit different because you have to make sure that you are showcasing your products to the customers. Since I started using ChatGPT, I've learned that apparently customers don't really look at the bottom sections of your shop. It is really important that you are categorizing your shop accurately and really optimizing it for the customers to look at your shop sections. When it comes to strategy, I have used ChatGPT to help me with my pricing strategy, specifically with my promotional offers, because before it was kind of here and there and everywhere. I knew it didn't make sense. But since started using ChatGPT, my offers look so much better and they make more sense. The fourth way that I use ChatGPT to help me run my Etsy shop is actually helping me build my brand and auditing it. Now, I actually didn't know that ChatGPT could do this. I just found out this in the group where I used to be a part of, and I'm so glad that I found out about this before I left that group because it was really helpful. So yeah, ChatGPT can actually audit your shop for you and help you build a more cohesive brand. Now, I think my shop before looked okay, but I knew it could have been better. And of course, you still have the discretion if you really want to follow everything what ChatGPT said. Most of what it said to me or suggested to me, I followed it because now my shop looks so much better than before. And the last way that I use ChatGPT to help me run my Etsy shop is by asking it to help me create policies, announcements, and frequently asked questions. Now, I already had those information. I just really asked ChatGPT to help me improve it better for the customers. And now everything looks good, looks cohesive, and like a legit brand. ChatGPT just helped me make my brand, or made my brand more put together than it was when I first started. Honestly, using ChatGPT does not take away from the effort that I put into my shop. I still spend a good chunk of time generating images and making sure they look polished because that's what the customers deserve. Just because my images were generated by AI, it doesn't mean that they deserve less because they still pay for it. And if I was a customer, why would I pay for a poorly edited image, right? And I also believe that what goes around comes back around. Using ChatGPT helps me to show up better, stay consistent, and not so burnt out all the time because again, I'm a one-man show and I always think of it as hiring help, but way more affordable, like $3.99 and always available. So if you're an Etsy seller trying to do it all alone, maybe it is time to see what AI can do for you too. Anyway, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next one. Bye!